While the world watches the volatile swings of the stock market, a quiet fortune is being built in the shadows. For decades, the most elite investment banks have guarded a specific asset class with ironclad exclusivity and silence. These institutions have built a fortress around high-yield opportunities, leaving the general public to fight over the crumbs of standard savings accounts. They told you these returns were impossible for the average person, but they were simply protecting their own margins. But the digital revolution has finally cracked the code, tearing down the velvet ropes that once separated the billionaire class from everyone else. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the secret world of private credit and institutional lending. Private credit was once the playground of pension funds and sovereign wealth funds, providing consistent double-digit yields with lower volatility than the S&P 500. It involves lending directly to mid-sized companies that are too large for local banks, but too small for public bonds. While the stock market reacts to every tweet and headline, private credit operates on fixed contracts and secured collateral. This creates a buffer of safety that most retail investors never knew existed, providing a steady stream of passive income month after month. In the world of private credit, you aren't just buying a piece of a company, you are the lender, often holding senior secured status. This means if anything goes wrong, you are the first in line to be paid back, long before the equity holders see a dime. Investment banks kept this secret because the spreads were too lucrative to share with the masses. By acting as the middleman, they pocketed the difference between the low interest they paid you and the high interest they charged corporations. New regulations and financial technology platforms have finally democratized this space, allowing individual investors to participate with much lower minimums. The walls are crumbling, and the same assets that built Wall Street empires are now available for your portfolio. Imagine earning yields of 9 to 12%, while the rest of the market struggles to keep pace with inflation. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It is the fundamental math of corporate debt that has fueled global growth for centuries. The secret lies in diversification across hundreds of different loans, ensuring that a single default cannot derail your entire investment strategy. It is a sophisticated way to manage risk while maximizing the utility of every dollar you have worked to save. Banks often obscure these details behind complex financial products and high fees. By going direct through modern platforms, you remove the unnecessary layers of management that have historically drained the returns from your hard-earned capital. What used to require a $5 million minimum buy-in can now be accessed for a fraction of that cost. Technology has automated the due diligence process, making it possible for you to see exactly where your money is going and who is paying you. Cash flow is the lifeblood of any successful investment strategy, and private credit provides it in abundance. Instead of waiting years for a stock to appreciate, you receive regular interest payments that can be reinvested to accelerate your wealth. Your money supports real-world businesses with tangible assets, from medical facilities to essential infrastructure. This connection to the real economy provides a level of security that speculative tech stocks and digital currencies simply cannot match. The magic of compounding works most efficiently when the yields are high and the setbacks are few. By avoiding the massive drawdowns of the public markets, your capital stays in the game longer, growing at a rate that most people think is impossible. To succeed, You must think like an institutional lender, not a gambler. This means focusing on the underlying health of the borrower and the strength of the legal protections written into every single loan agreement. Several new platforms now offer pre-vetted portfolios of private credit, handling the heavy lifting of underwriting for you. These tools provide the same level of professional oversight that was once reserved for the world's most powerful families. When inflation rises, traditional bonds lose value, but many private credit loans feature floating rates. This means your income can actually increase as interest rates go up, protecting your purchasing power in any economic environment. Every serious portfolio needs an anchor, an asset that remains steady when the rest of the world is in chaos. Private credit provides that stability, allowing you to take calculated risks elsewhere without fearing a total collapse of your net worth. The only thing standing between you and these returns is the knowledge that they exist. Once you understand the mechanics of institutional lending, you can never go back to being satisfied with the meager interest rates offered by your local bank. Of course, no investment is without risk, and illiquidity is the primary trade-off for these higher yields. You are committing your capital for a set period, trading the ability to sell instantly for the certainty of a much higher return. Financial freedom isn't about hitting a jackpot. It is about building a system of reliable income streams that exceed your expenses. Private credit is a cornerstone of that system, providing the fuel for a life lived on your own terms. It is time to stop playing by the rules designed to keep you small and start using the strategies used by the world's most successful investors. The secret is out, and the opportunity to build real, lasting wealth has never been more accessible. Start by researching private credit platforms today and see how these institutional assets can transform your financial future. The banks had their turn to profit from your money. Now it is time for you to take the lead. The world of elite finance is no longer a closed book for those who know where to look. Take control of your investments, unlock the secret of the banks, and begin your journey toward true money mastery.